have a chat?
Hello, ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸೌಂಡ್ ಬರಬೇಕು. ಸ್ಯಾಟರ್ಡೇ ಇವತ್ತು. ಇನ್ ಫ್ರೈಡೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಜೋರಾಗಿ ಪಾರ್ಟಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ? Okay, we are still in your college premises, so we can't be. But yes, hi, namaskara. Tumba khushi aagtide. I'm so glad to be here. So glad to be interacting with young people. Nabila,
We're excited.
I'm all yours.
So I was telling Shraddha, both of us are in lemon green. So she said,
When life gives you 2 lemons, what do? What do?
that just brings to a rollicking start for India Today Mind Rocks. Thanks very much. Shraddha, I see that you have quite a following here. We're super excited to have you on board to discuss your films down south and your growth from what we saw in 2016 U-Turn, the
Right.
Kannada film that you launched yourself. A fantastic film, a super hit.
Right.
Slightly offbeat, which wasn't really likely of the Salwood film industry.
Right.
But I think you were one of those who broke barriers at that point.
Right.
From then to 2024, what's Shraddha's journey been like?
The journey has always been that of like your first movie and you're being launched, and when I remember people would ask me, so what do? I would say I'm an actor. Oh, what have you done anything? No, I'm just finishing a film called U-Turn. It will release next year. Oh, what character are you playing? The heroine's friend or the heroine's sister? And I would be like, no, I'm playing the protagonist. Oh, hero yaru, they would ask me. So they wouldn't peg me to be a hero. And I was a little, I'm not your typical heroine material. And so my Instagram bio very cleverly says, oh, I'm patting myself on the back as I say clever, but it says heroine, actress, not heroine. Meaning to say, I just have so much more to offer. In terms of like whatever substance and this, and so this is where I think my strength lies. So from being asked if you're going to be playing the heroine's sister or like hero's friend to today, it's been quite interesting. It's just, if I really truly believe that as an actor, you have to like it's looks, but it's also a lot of talent, and it's just sheer hard work that gets you here. So it's been a lot of ups and downs. It's been a lot of questioning yourself and wondering if am I doing the right things? Am I on the right path? But it's been very challenging. It's been fun actually. Yeah.
You know, from the looks of it and how stunning you're looking here, I think it's been a great ride for you.
Yes.
And to be very honest, I was actually speaking to a bunch of them backstage, and a lot of them said that the films that Shraddha Srinath has been part of has sort of lit up because of Shraddha. She's brought so much to the table as part of her role and her character to a film that the film, more or less, even if she's not the protagonist, in a way revolves around her.
Right.
I don't know how you do that.
I'm very selfish. I look for characters like that, and I will not settle for anything lesser than that. I mean, the thing is, the only thing I know to do is to act. If I had other talents, I would probably be, like
But
doing other things.
I think you're lying.
No, but truly, the only thing I can do is act. And so for me, my acting career or the films I choose, they're so sacred. The choices I make, I feel like I put a tremendous amount of pressure on myself to pick the right kind of roles. Because to me, I'm setting an example to myself. The Shraddha from 10 years ago would be so proud of herself and to see where she's reached. Of course, I could have done far more. I could have done 10 films a year, but I know what made me choose 3 good films a year. It's because I go to sleep happy thinking, okay, I feel challenged at work. I feel like I'm doing justice to the part. There could have been anyone else in my place as an actor. I just need to do justice to the fact that I quit my corporate job and I'm an actor, and I'm not just taking this life for granted. I cherish it very much.
You know why I said Shraddha could be lying that she has no other talents? Let me tell you, for your fans, I'm sure they know that you're an advocate. You've studied law, and that takes a lot of work through the years of your education for you
Right.
to be excelling in your education and then jumping to acting, and
Right.
that was your choice. But you're a total multitasker, so I wouldn't believe if you say I have no other talent except for acting.
Okay, I had 2 talents.
she's an advocate, and I think it's amazing and refreshing to see someone who's done her education, completed it, and then decided to make the switch to acting. I want to know, and I want you to sort of guide our student crowds here today on how
Right.
you made that switch. Because your family members, I'm sure, must have said, "Hey, are you acting? I'm not too sure." Are you?
No, on the contrary, they were really supportive.
Really?
And I expected no less of them. But I also know young people whose families may not be supportive.
Yeah.
In that case, what does one do? Do you go against the odds? Do you fight your family members? Because at some level, they do have some life experience. Of course, they're a bit jaded and they are quite practical in the sense that, acting ella agala, idella tumba kashta.
Exactly. And to be honest, in Karnataka, there is a sense of resentment when it comes to the film industry here, at
Sure.
least.
Yeah. I mean, generally, and like, maybe I don't know, like it's a completely different field. It's like, there's no formula to be a successful actor. So
Yeah.
how do you just send your child away, push them into the deep end and say, yeah, ja Simran ji le apni zindagi. But my parents were very supportive. However, it took I think they saw in me that I was very, very determined. And I remember not asking them. I remember I went to them in their room and I said, I told them, I didn't ask them, I said, this is my decision. I want to quit law and I want to take this up and I want to see where it goes. So I'm letting you know. I'm not asking you for your permission. So this was very
Whoa.
bold of me also. It's very unlikely because I'm totally mama papa's kid. I'm a very papa hudgi. But yeah, this is something I did and they were super supportive again. But then because I was it was a multitude of things. It was YOLO, like, I'm young. I can choose to, I can afford to take this decision now of going freelance, being an actor. And maybe if worse comes to worse, if things go, really haywire, things go really bad, I can still go back to a desk job. It's okay. At least I will have tried. Like at the age of 50, you don't want to, at the age of 52, you're fully allowed to take risks and make decisions. And,
Yeah,
do
there's
crazy
never
stuff.
an age bar.
There
to
is
take
never.
the
There is
plunge.
never.
Yeah.
But that was one of the things that made me say, hey, you know what? I think it's a good time to try now. Also, I was not a very good lawyer. Can I tell you this? Like I studied 5 years of law, and I think after second year or third year, I realized that it was just not my thing. Somehow because I was a smart kid, I cleared my exams really well and everything. So all of that was fine. But you can either be happy or you can pretend to be happy. And I was pretending to be happy as a lawyer with a really good pay package and all of that. But I realized that, oh my God, my true absolute joy lies in, acting on stage, rehearsing with my co-actors and, finishing a play and, receiving that round of applause and sometimes absolutely no claps. Like, crickets chirping. I have had shows where after my plays on a Friday afternoon, it was 1/4 full auditorium. Nobody even responded. Nobody laughed at our punchlines of our play. But post that, we'd all still be very happy. We'd all still go to the director's house. There would be biryani and Coke, and we would just that would be our party. Life was so simple. I really truly found joy in that. So I realized that I'd rather live a simple but fulfilling life than lead a life where I just find no joy in. So yeah.
Absolutely, right? And then your first plunge was, or first film was U-Turn.
Yeah.
Why don't you take us through your high points of your career? On the best, the actors that you worked with, your most favorite star that you've worked with?
The high points of my career, the very first would be the night before U-Turn released. It was Bhumika Theatre, Majestic Khatra, somewhere near Corporation, and this was the premiere show where fans had bought tickets to watch the show. And I got out of my Innova with 8 other people in the car, and suddenly, all phone cameras moved towards me. And everyone's taking pictures, and it was a very it was a very filmy paparazzi moment, but I could suddenly see the attention shift. And in my head, I thought, oh, I have arrived. And every person who asked me for a selfie that day, I did not refuse. I said, I'm going to be a star with a difference. I'm going to say no to no selfies. I will say yes to all selfies, basically. But now I'm a more practical person. You're running late for a flight. You can't be like, yes, please take a selfie. But just kidding. Yeah, so that was one of my, I remember that evening so well, because it was just I felt like a bride on a reception stage with my jaws were hurting because I had smiled so much. But I'm super happy. The release of Nerkonda Parvai was also another like fantastical moments. I remember watching it in a single screen theater in Chennai. I think it was Rohini Theatre. And the fans were going ballistic at the kind of response. But the fans were also pausing to listen to the dialogue because the movie was very relevant. So there was that. Vikram Veda was a huge milestone because that was the first time people were watching me in a Tamil film. Suddenly, of course, they knew Madhavan, they knew Vijay Sethupathi.
Yeah.
But who is this girl in the Ponniyaru? You know, that kind of made me like, it just made me feel like, hey, you know, you need validation once in a while.
Absolutely.
And I'm happy to get it once in a while. So yeah, these have
A
been...
star that you're looking forward to work with.
Actually, I
Male and female, both.
Parvati Nair. Parvati is an actress that I really, really admire.
Right.
Alia Bhatt. I feel like they don't write enough films where there's females acting alongside each other.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
we've always seen, I mean, heroes and heroines together. That's blasé, that's fine, that's great. But I would love to see more like female friendship films or like doing road trips together. So what comes to my mind truly is these actresses. But on the hero front, you know, I'm just greedy. I'm going to not name anyone and say I would love to work with all of them.
You're
They
diplomatic.
just have to be nice and ask.
You know,
Yeah.
Shraddha, you work with all southern film industries largely. Tamil, Telugu,
Yeah.
Malayalam and Kannada.
Yeah.
So you've covered the South.
Yes.
And today we're seeing Bollywood emulating the South. On many levels, Bollywood is copying Southern spice, Southern cinema in many levels of action and drama and the graphics. I think
Right.
nothing beats the South.
Right.
Not to widen the gap between the South and North, but I'd like to ask you, what's so special about the Southern film industries, if you have to elaborate? Southern cinema.
Perhaps in the eyes of Bollywood, we are so exotic, right?
Yeah.
It's just they don't understand the language. That itself makes it so, ooh, what are they saying? For us,
Now you have subtitles.
I mean, but I'm saying the cinema itself is, the films that we are making in the South is excellent. But let's say Korean films, why is there such a draw? Of course, like Korean films are amazing too, and the Korean rom-coms. But I absolutely enjoy watching Korean content because at some level I'm like trying to imitate them, trying to listen to them and learn the language. So I feel there is this draw of like mysticism, like, okay, what's happening in the South? There's a lot of films that are just rooted in who they are. They are unabashedly, you know, who they are. A film like Kantara,
Yeah.
Malayalam films, a film like Pushpa, where it's Telugu is being spoken, but it's also a very, it's a dialect of Andhra. So it seems very interesting
Correct.
when you watch it, when you hear when them speaking their lines, things like that. So I just feel like going back to your roots really is probably the way.
The authenticity, the rawness.
Yeah.
That Southern films
Yeah.
bring, and the fact that a lot of the films, especially in Malayalam, made with very low budget, but
Yeah.
the storyline is so impactful.
Absolutely.
I think that's what really makes the South an edge above.
Yeah, I would say that too.
So, Shraddha, you know, over the years of you in the film industry, have you realized? Did you have an epiphany of sorts of being in the film industry? A vision that you had of the film industry and what you have now being an insider.
I did. In fact, it happened very recently, and I confessed to a friend. I was on sets, and sometimes you zone out during work or during life generally. And I heard action being called out on a mic. And I remember like staring into space, and I said, hey, like 9 years ago, in 2015, I quit my job to turn to be an actor. So 9 years ago, just hearing the sound of action and cut would have meant that I'm just watching a film being shot as a spectator. But today I'm in the midst of it, and they're saying action and cut to me. It felt surreal. It felt, I'm a pretty practical person, but somehow the last 9 years have made me believe in destiny,
Yeah.
and that some things are really written for you. And again, like if some things are not meant to be, they will not happen. It's a very hazy, vague zone, but I really have started believing in such things.
But I know you are a deep thinker. You have always batted for sustainable living,
Yes.
for climate change, and that's very lovely and refreshing to see. Not all stars actually use their responsibility or their popularity to propagate it.
Right.
And I read during the COVID times you refused to wear new masks every day. Is that what I saw? And I was very surprised because
Yeah.
you don't see that of a star. No starry hairs.
My upbringing was very middle class. We're a family. My dad was in the army, so also just reusability, sustainability, just reuse, rewear, you know what I mean? Repair, these things, save electricity, turn off the light. I'm someone who goes to my friends' houses and turns off lights because no one's in that room. I'm that person. And like even my friends' parents make fun of me. Ye aa gayi Shraddha, like light off karne, hamare paise bachane, sort of thing. But I have always been that person. And somehow it seems, very out of character for me to now change just because I'm an actor now in the public eye and I have a little more money than I used to have, you know. So for me, re-wearing old clothes is very, very normal. And I make it a point to talk about it on my social media about how, okay, this dress is, 9 years old. It is still, whatever. I talk about fast fashion. I talk about saying no to plastic. I talk about many things. We are though living in 2024 and ask me, I wish I could take a train. And I took a train as recently as March 2024. I went with my family from Delhi to Jammu on a train. And, so what I'm saying is, there are times that I can do it. There are times that I cannot. But I truly, truly do my best. And there's no point in trying to be 100% sustainable. Just do your best every single day.
Absolutely.
And that goes for life
About
also.
fashion. When it comes
Yeah.
to fashion, you always want to wear a different dress every day. At least I'm
Yeah.
obsessed with new clothes all the time. How do you deal with that?
The thing is, it's so easy and it's so tempting. Now the spending power is so much more and your fast fashion brands are selling things to you, which look so trendy. And like you're seeing everyone else around you dress up so fashionably. You don't want to be left out.
Correct.
For me, it's just, I believe in like fashion that's timeless. So skinny jeans may be out, but I'll still wear skinny jeans because I can, because I am the one setting my own fashion statements. But also just reimagine, think of how else I can wear this, and just the point is to look well presented. The point is to look good, and you look like everyone's beautiful. We look great no matter what. But yeah, it's just for me.
You're looking fabulous, and I think your fashion is on point today. For
Thank
sure.
you. This designer, the blazer the coat that I'm wearing is in fact Sonal Khetan, and she's very sustainable in her designs. She pays
Lovely.
fair wages and all of that. I'm just
Excellent.
mentioning
So
that.
you make your choice very consciously.
I do, yes.
Awesome. All right. On a final note on the work front, if I could ask you about the HEMA committee report that was presented in the Malayalam film industry, within the industry, the kind of dirt they spoke about, women being harassed. They spoke about a coterie of men being dominant, about it not being a safe working environment for female actors. And the HEMA committee report kind of sent ripples around the South. Even now, the Kannada film, Sandalwood film industry, you have actors asking for a committee to be set up to probe into allegations. The Tamil industry, Samantha has spoken out as well. The Telugu industry as well, she spoke for. How would you look at it? Safe working environment for female actresses in the industry. Have you felt safe?
I have felt safe. I have felt safe. I have felt unsafe outside of my working space. Like getting home from a party or constantly checking if the driver is looking at me. So I'm saying I have felt unsafe from when I was as young as 8. So, Of course, a safe working space for actresses and all female working technicians, although there's very few, but yes, like everyone's a part of this industry. But I have been lucky that way. Like I said, I've never been at the receiving end of, but that's not to say that this is an example that you must take.
True.
Yeah. Things happen frequently. You don't know who to speak to. You don't know when to speak. By the time you speak, it's probably too late. Questions are asked. So yes, absolutely, we need a proper structured, a body that looks into this across industries. And yeah, like there are something as simple as, let's say, a sari draper,
Yeah.
like if I'm a sari draper or a hairstylist who's a woman, there's no proper toilets sometimes on sets
Yeah.
to go to. Where do they go? Just things like that. Some very basic things need to be taken care of. But yeah.
You're saying times are changing though. It's becoming
I'm saying,
better.
yes, clearly times are changing. If there's dialogue, then times are changing. And if we just need people to listen, people who are listening to this, who are part of the conversation and who are willing to listen to it and be part of it. So yeah.
Amazing. As we're short on time, I'd like to ask you on your final, before I make you dance, if I may. I know Shraddha is a good dancer, but there you go.
I don't know why I agreed.
There, she agreed already, so we have a deal here. A quick word on what's a deal breaker for Shraddha in a relationship?
Ooh. Cheating.
Cheating.
Yeah.
Is Shraddha seeing? Is Shraddha seeing someone?
I might be.
You want to talk about it?
Nope.
So cheating is a deal breaker.
Yeah.
Loyalty or honesty?
Both. Why not have both? But also like, an emotional quotient, just emotionally intelligent, people who are regulated, people who are willing to communicate,
Yeah.
not toxic, people who believe in equality.
Yeah.
That kind of a person.
Awesome. So you want to tell them about the movies that's coming up for you? What to watch out?
In Telugu, there's Mechanic Rocky with Vishwak. There's another really cool big film in Telugu, which I'm not allowed to speak about, but I already did a little bit. Anyway, in Tamil, there's can I say this? There's a web series, which is going to be awesome, female protagonist, etc. So that's going to be really cool. These are the three projects ready, and they're going to be out anytime now.
Lovely. So let's shake a leg.
Do we really have to dance?
Yeah, come on. If I can. There you go.
You don't want to. You don't want to see me dance.
Why not? Can we have that song?
Life of sincerity and honesty. Just be true to yourself. And if you're chasing success, define what success means to you, because his idea of success may be different and yours might be different. So yeah.
Awesome. I think you're a great
My gyan
example.
for the day.
And for a Kannadiga, you made us so proud.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Shraddha, for joining us right here
Can I
on
take
this
a really
stage.
quick video with everyone? How about that?
Do you want me to take it for you?
No, I'm just gonna. But I need you guys to be loud, otherwise it's a fail.
You got to be louder.
Yeah. Good job. Full marks.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Can
you.
We have Anubha Singh, Vice Chancellor of Presidency University, please up on stage.